When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply. When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Not another episode. No. Not another episode. The first episode of the Saints Block Party podcast.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it one more time. The first episode of the Saints Block Party podcast.
Saints Block Party podcast. Saints Block Party podcast. Saints
SBP
Block Party podcast. This is
SBP.
it.
SBP,
baby.
We are so excited to finally unveil this to everyone. It just hit me. Like our podcast initials are now SBPP, and some people on certain websites they make search for SSBBW. Anyway, I'm just take a detour from that, but we are happy to unveil this. We're happy to share this with all our listeners, share this with, I guess, the world. I say that with a question mark, knowing that we have listeners all over the world, yeah, which is still wild to us. We haven't processed it. But Ryan and I have been, what's the word I want to use? This has been in the works. This is not a recent thing. Scheming. And it's scheming. There you go. That's perfect word. Perfect word. Scheming about this change for the longest time. And I'd be remiss if I didn't even mention the person who suggested it a year ago, maybe even a year and a half ago. But they said, you guys are the brand. Okay. So just had the vision, if you will. This person is great at marketing, branding. It's their thing. And they said, y'all got to get away from Twitter. You got to rename it. You got to drop it from your name. Got to come up with something else. And that person was right. And I want to give a big shout out. Thanks to that person for having that foresight. And when that person put that idea in my head, I hit up Ryan. I said, I think this person might have a point, right?
Yeah.
Fast forward, it took a while, but we got here. Saints Block Party podcast. And with this announcement, we have a lot of things to announce, that we, as a podcast, will also have affiliate podcasts that are partner with us in terms of just growing our community, our networking as a whole. So as the initial launch episode of the Saints Block Party podcast, we would happily like to announce that we have affiliate podcasts. So we have I'm not a final fantasy gamer person, but it's the Coco B Chasers podcast with G, Eric, Dash / Austin, and we have the Saints, the City and Me podcast with our guys in the UK, Daniel and Mike, where they are talking to people from all over about them being Saints fans and being in the UK, and just how the city of New Orleans, the Saints, the culture, the people, everything has has changed their life. Which is, I mean, I don't think that's an understatement. And with G, Eric, and Dash at the see, this is going to be my new word that I can't pronounce. If you are a gamer, video games is your thing, that is the podcast you want to listen to. I thought I was a gamer, Ryan. At one point in my life, I was a gamer. G, Eric, and Dash, they game on a different level. They game right below that level where they should probably be gaming competitively and getting paid for it, right? So that's where they are. And getting back to the name change, Saints Block Party. We thought of some names. We asked our community in the Discord, and I need to go back and see who was the person who suggested Saints Block Party, because yes, there is a funny play on the name. I've blocked a lot of people on Twitter. I will probably block more people on Twitter. I blocked like 2 people. I blocked a person today on Twitter. So, but that's not the, and it's funny, it's cute, and it's a play on words, but the real impact in our name and our name change is when someone thinks of a block party, you think of a celebration. You think of being around people in a neighborhood or in a community where everyone just comes together and unite and vibe as one. There's music. There's no cares in the world. You're not worried about violence. You're not worried about shit popping off. You're just having a good ass time. Food, drinks, music. And honestly, Ryan, I can't think of a better description for the community that you and I have started to cultivate, the community that you and I want to continue to grow and cultivate and expand on. But just the fact, think about all like our meetups we've had, our events, our Discord, just all the different types of people within our community. We have people in Australia, Canada, London, Wales, Scotland, Mexico. Where is our guy, our attorney? Is that Amsterdam? We have people all Alaska. I know that's not. I know that's in the U.S., but like, damn, Alaska's Hawaii. You got Mitch. Our people all over the U.S. And while the Saints are the elixir that brought us together, right? That united us. We have become a community and a family where when we're all together, we're all one. We all have a good fucking time. And it is one of the most absolute beautiful things that I can say, like, as an adult, that you and I have been able to accomplish this. And for us, you and I feel like this is just the beginning, bro. Like, this is the intro. This is the prologue, bro. Like this, because we have our vision, no pun intended. We have our sights set on growing this bigger. You have our word that we are going hard. Like training camp hits when I get back from vacation, but we are going hard to ensure that our listeners, our community, get the realest, most genuine Saints information podcast that you have. Not just Saints, just if you listen to us for a while, you know we don't talk about just the Saints, right? But if you come here for the Saints, we got you covered. But you're going to get everything else that you wanted to know and probably some things that you didn't want to know. You want to go listen to our mates and our Brit talk about the Saints and the city and the UK, you got that. If you want to go talk about a podcast, listen about video games, we got you covered. We're excited. I do want to give a few thanks out there. So the first person I'm going to thank is our guy in Scotland, the Scottish Apple Watch bandit himself, Charles Dunn. When we kind of decided on the podcast name, mostly as a community, I would say more than anything, we reached out to Charles and gave him the name, gave him some ideas, and obviously if you're listening to this right now on a Friday on the 14th of July or whatever day you're listening to it, you have it up in your iTunes, Apple, whatever, Spotify. You see the logo. If you've seen it on social media, you've seen it. Just the perfect logo to embody this new chapter, this rebrand of us as a podcast. And so shout out to Charles. We appreciate you, man. We love you. We couldn't be happier with the end result, the product. I want to give a shout out to our guy Bajan, aka Tyrone Precious. I also want to give a shout out to a guy goes by the name of Mike Borges. I can't talk too much about it right now, but on Monday, on Tuesday, this shout out will be a little more clear because we kind of we can't give it all to you. This is one of those
Right.
If you're the listener, we in bed. I'm saying, hey baby, let's just ahead. Let me stick the tip in. We just sticking the tip in. Just a tip, right? Monday, Tuesday, might get them guts, give it all to you. But just right now, we just getting the tip. So, but I do want to give a shout out to Bajan, aka Tyrone Precious. A shout out to Mike Borges, who just took a vision we had with something that we'll talk about next week, and we'll announce it on social media. We'll announce it on everything, and just made it outstanding and made it look outstanding. So big shout out to you guys. And I want to just give a shout out to me and Ryan's family because we've said this before. This is 12 minutes in, and we'll talk about football in a little bit. But we said this before. Like Ryan and I we don't cover the NFL for a living. We don't cover the Saints for a living. We are not credentialed. Ryan has a full-time job that he works at. I have a full-time job that I work at, and we are 2 hours apart time zone wise. So sometimes when we have to record an episode, that may take some time away from family time at nighttime. Or if it's a Sunday, if it's in the season, like if we're doing our Zoom watching the game and then we have to record at night, that's a whole day, bro. Just gone. Yeah. Gone. So to our families, to our people who have held us up and just supported us and just encouraged us, and at times are probably annoyed with us for the time that we have to put into this to get it to where we want it to be. But we thank y'all. We love y'all from the bottom of our hearts. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing without y'all. It's wild. I'm thinking, and remembering back to 2015 before the draft, and I just had an idea, man. It was just a random idea, and I was like, podcasting is a thing. Like I've never seen or thought of a podcast where you have like a super fan and someone who covers a team, and just there you go. It's podcast. Pitches to Nick, Saints Talk podcast. Remember, like the first episode we did had a little call-in show, had sound effects in it. Like, I have had like a wide span in history and years of podcasting. No, most people don't even know this, but gotta brag. I'm not a braggy person. I don't like to put myself out there. I'm very in the cut. The first person, one of the first people that was on Locked On Saints was me and Nick, bro. Me. Quite a skip. Quite a skip. What? Just saying. So I've been podcasting, and I can confidently say I have not had a funner, more, that's not probably a word, a more fun, enjoyable time podcasting and making content and creating something than I have than me and Ryan doing this. We put our first episode out there April 17th, 2020, smack dab in the middle of a pandemic. I wanted to get some information from Tony Pauline. Tony Pauline probably was only going to give it to me if he was on the podcast. And we said, hey, let's do this podcast so we can hear what the Saints are going to do in this fucking draft. And fast forward 3+ years later, and here we are. But everyone who has listened, who has supported us, who has become a Patreon and willing to give y'all's hard-earned fucking money just to be a part of our community and our family. Like it leaves me speechless. It makes me emotional thinking about it. I want to give a thanks to people who back when I was doing the Saints Talk podcast, one of my good friends, Nicole, listen to every episode. Like when we were just starting Saints Talk podcast, bruh. Send me a text message. Send me a video. You killing it. Keep going. My former friend M, who just encouraged me to just saw the vision and saw potential that you and I had and just said, keep going. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Like I said, just reflecting on it makes me a little emotional. I want to say, please be mindful that there are a lot of changes, a lot of moving pieces, and having to rebrand. So, there may be some technical difficulties. There may be some things here and there. Work with us, be patient, but we are here. We're not going anywhere. This is the Saints Block Party podcast. Welcome. Sorry for just going on, just like a rapper. Just no takes. Sorry for going on just one taking it like that, Ryan. But anything you want to say to our people before we dive in?
Oh man, just like you said, we appreciate all the support so far. This was scary, man. Doing a little brand name change is like, we've never done this before. When we started Saints Twitter podcast, like you said, it was on a whim. It was not much thought put into it. It was just, hey, it was Saints Twitter. Let's just call it the Saints Twitter podcast. It was just something to do. And, we really put a lot of thought and effort into this, in this rebrand. So we hoping this is the start of something big. We're not there yet, but we know where we're going, and we're going to, we really about to put in and grind to really grow this thing and make it just something epic. And honestly, it's already epic, what we've been able to do with it, thanks to the support that we've gotten. But we want to bring this thing even further, bro. Like, where this, 10, 15 years from now, we looking back, like, man, you remember when, Daniel came down, or, Alex came through, or whatever. We're going to look back and just think about all the times, man. It's just going to be like one of those things that just, really impacts the lives of a lot of people. So I just can't wait to see what happens. But it's going to be a lot of work.
Work. We are in, Isaiah Foskey, was it this week, last week? I don't remember when it was. He put something on social media. He went working out or whatever. Like that's gonna be us, right? That's gonna be us. Right. Working out. There might be there's some podcasts, and keep in mind, I'm not singing out any podcasts. I'm not saying it's the Saints. I'm just saying there are podcasts, there are brands, bro. Man, they go the Marcus Davenport route, bro. Just or is it Miguel Davenport Perez now? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just looking, but you will see us put the work in. You will see us continuing to grind. And like one of the most beautiful things that our guy Michael from the UK, co-host of the Saint City and Me podcast, at our first meetup in October, we went to the Raiders game last year. You know, we were at the meetup Saturday night at Elise's wonderful home. Shout out to Elise. We love you. Thank you for everything you've done for our podcast. Thank you for putting up with all our knuckleheads when we meet up. We will see you in November. Shout out to you and Ben. You know, at this point the party, the meetup was well underway. That kind of like that initial, I don't even, you know, when, you know, just kind of like that, like, you know, uneasiness. People don't know each other. You know, after that, we were way past that. Like everyone was fucking vibing, talking, drinking, eating, whatever. And it was me and Michael on the couch. By the way, Michael is not gay, Ryan. Just want to clear. Just want to throw that out. Okay, not that would be an issue if he was, right. We have a community. We got Eric. You got Who Dat Homo. We have a person who is transgender in our community. We don't fucking care. But I just want to clarify, Michael is not gay, and that's a little inside joke. If you're not in Discord, you go anyway.
Just that little UK swag they got. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Michael be looking fresh, dapper, dressed.
Hey, that's what my wife said. I'm like, hold up now.
Man, it's about to start another revolutionary war in that you know, but we're sitting on the couch and he just looks and you know, when the Brits talk to you and they got the accent, bro, just make you look like the neck on your hair just stand up a little bit more, bro. And we just leans in. He says, look, you should be so proud of what you and Ryan created, mate. Like just look at this. Just take it in. Just take it in. Yeah, people from all over coming, talking, and enjoying, vibing. Like, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Like, you should cherish this. And it hit me, bro. Like, right? Like, just fuck. Like, just hit me. And now it's about building it. And now it's about doing more. It's about making more. So if you have, you know, there is not any other time I can think of to join and become a Patreon than now. Like, you get on the train. Get it on. It is July 13th. It's not, football season hasn't started yet, but it's right around the corner. It's like a week, 2 weeks away. Because when this train takes off, you're gonna get that FOMO. I'm saying it's going. You're gonna get the FOMO. That's all I'll say. When I'm taking pictures at the end of July, when we're at Mastro's eating steak right by the Pacific, I'm taking pictures. We put them in on socials. We put them in the Discord, and I'm not taking pics on a phone. No, bro, I got the. Is he about to shoot a porn? Is he about to video a porn scene? Like, I got the setup, bro. Like, shit, I've done touched my photography side, so I'm getting angles. I got the lenses. I'm zooming in. Y'all, the FOMO's gonna hit hard. So if you're not a part of our community, Patreon wise, it's time to do it, man. It's time to do it. I feel like a little preacher at the end of a sermon. It's time to do the call to like the pulpit to like ask people to they want to be saved and be baptized, bro. That's what I feel right now, bro.
And look, like if you want to be a Patreon, like every Patreon has like all these tiers, and you got to come at the $5 level, $10 level, $30 level. Everybody's telling me, oh, you got to do tiers. F all that. We don't do tiers here. You become a Patreon, whatever level you can, starting at $1 or better. That's the way we approach it. Anything we feel that you can contributes to us and really helps us grow this podcast. So that's how we roll with it, and that's how it's going to be. So if you just want to become $1 a month, you know what I'm saying? You want to come at $1 a month, and you don't even think about $1. $1, you can't even buy nothing for $1. You can't get a Coke. You can't even Coke for $1.
You can't go to McDonald's to get a hot see orange for $1 no more, right?
No more, bro. You ain't got a dollar menu. The dollar menu doesn't exist. But you can be a part of the Saints Block Party Podcast Patreon group. Will get you access to the Discord. It gets you access to Patreon episode. The podcast episodes with no ads, no commercials. It gets you access to raffles and game day events and the game day Zooms that we're going to put out. Raffles for game tickets to Saints home games.
All our meetups that we do, right? Meeting up for the events. Like if you're not a Patreon, I've said it before, bro. If you're not a Patreon, you somehow you done snuck around and found out like where we meeting up, and you show up, you like, hey guys, bro, I'm gonna sit Joey on you. Joey after a couple of drinks.
Joey like get out.
Get out, bitch. Who is you? Man was about to throw hands at the drive meetup. He said, what the fuck is that?
This guy.
I was like, Joey, calm down, bro. He joined today.
Chill, bro.
Anyhow, we are here. Thank y'all. It just hitting on that last point real quick. This is why I love this community. I worked today. I get home. I park, bro. I park in my parking lot. I was like, all right, I'm going to go upstairs. Going to start doing all the things I need to do to get this rebrand going. We're shooting to rebrand, do it tonight. So it's kind of up Friday morning. And I get a text message. A text message and a missed call. Long story short, obviously, if you know what I do for my living, a social worker I'm a children's social worker. Long story short, I had a kid who was in a previous foster home, got moved to a different foster home this week to be with their siblings, and the previous foster mom was going through kind of clean up the room, found like a note and some notes in a journal that was very concerning about like suicidal ideation and just thoughts of like harming themselves. And man, I said, I gotta go, bro. Like, I can't risk it. Like I gotta go and make sure my kid's good. Right. So I hop in my car, drive 40 minutes, go there for an hour, touch base, everything's good. They're okay. But I don't, if you ever seen the Netflix, special about the case, what have you, that's bad social work. And I can't watch it. I refuse to watch it. I got to make sure my kids are okay. I got to make sure first and foremost, I always got to make sure my daughter's okay, because that's my heart. But then I got to make sure that all 16, 17 kids that I have on my caseload are okay. So I come back home, tired, exhausted, kind of stressed out a little bit. And I rarely get stressed. Like, stress is not a common feeling that I have. But I'm like a little stressed. I'm like, fuck, we got to record tonight. I got to do all this stuff. Got to do some family time, because I don't want to not do any family time, and just and check the Discord. Someone puts a link about Phillip Rivers impregnating his wife with the 10th child, and the jokes and the memes and the pictures that people were putting in the Discord after that, bro, I was screaming, Ryan.
Hollering
for like a minute and a half straight, and it was just like this is why I love our community. Like that in that moment, I needed some levity. I just needed to just be like, all right. Like, I had a very long day, very stressful day, but I'm all right. And just seeing the jokes, I laughed, and it just made me feel like what we're doing is the right thing. So that said, let's get into some football.
Ready for a career in behavioral health? Earn your online degree at Herzing University. Choose from health and human services, psychology, or social work programs. Gain the skills to work, coordinate, and manage nonprofits. Secure a bachelor's in psychology to study mental health, or advance your social work career through our online Masters of Social Work. Let us help you become a social change agent. Your future starts now at Herzing University. Text HEALTH to 85109. That's HEALTH to 85109. Or visit herzing.edu.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
There was a time when sunlight turned the earth into a gallery, when elegant estates welcomed works of art that drew us closer and closer together. It was a captivating time. It was spring, this spring at Biltmore. Plan your visit or overnight stay so you can enjoy the marvelous works of Chihuly while every corner of Biltmore blooms. Reserve now to get spring savings at Biltmore.com.
Big story, Saints news related. AK, Alvin Kamara. Settlement, charges, what have you, with his case, incident, assault that took place in Las Vegas during the Pro Bowl. Thoughts on when you heard about it, and then I'll kind of maybe shed some light into maybe what may happen to him suspension-wise, if there even will be a suspension.
No, man. I mean, I was just like everybody else, so I scroll across the timeline. Just thankful that it was over. Like, because it was getting to the point where it looked like it was going to court and they were going to try this case. And, that wouldn't have looked good for AK. So I was just happy that he was able to settle, get the charges lowered down to misdemeanor. Be able to settle out of court with the dude who they beat up. So, other than that, I just like, now it's time, now the clock is ticking to find out what the discipline is. I tried my best to look at similar cases in the past. It's kind of hard to find. The best I could find was like Bud Dupree a couple years ago had like a little minor assault situation in a Walgreens, and he didn't get suspended. The fact that there's video with Alvin Kamara and it was during a league event, he's kind of a higher profile player.
Wait, give me 1 second. How do you get in trouble inside of a Walgreens? Like what?
Bruh, some weird story where the Walgreens worker was snapping out on this girl, and I don't think he beat the guy up, but he kind of put hands on him. You know how it go, man. So, but it was like a misdemeanor, and he didn't get suspended for it. Like Walgreens, bro. But I'm like, okay, it's all I can find though, man. So I don't know. Like I have no idea what that's literally the only question I have is what will the discipline be? For me, it could be anything from 0 to 6 games. Like right. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I guess the best way I can word this, or the best way I can say this in in the way that I can say it is, I would expect, or I believe that there's a feeling that he may be suspended maybe 3 to 4 games. That's a feeling, sense. Right? 3 to 4 games. Which, if that's the case, while it does, obviously hurt the offense and what have you, luckily, it is not because of the way the team, whether it be DA, whether it be Mickey Loomis, combination of both, they kind of replenish the offense this offseason and going out and getting a Jamal Williams, drafting a Keandre Miller. Like, you would hope that if it is 3 to 4 games, and let me go through the teams that they would face if it is that slate, right? So they open the season with the Titans. Next game, they go to Green Bay, play the Packers. And then after that, they go to Foxborough, and play the Patriots. And then after that, it's a home game with the Jags, right? Just if I'm just looking at the team, like the team's defense, okay, the 2 toughest defenses on that schedule are the Titans and the Packers.
Yeah.
But are they like so tough where it's like, dang, we don't got AK, like fuck, right. we're screwed? They have we talked about, they have created competition, they have created depth in certain positions, or like really all over the team, where it really lessens the blow if AK is suspended 2 to 4 games.
Exactly. And in the past, used to be like, man, if AK out, man, that's just an L.
Like,
Talking up as a L.
Like, why even play? Like, why
even play, bro? But that's changed now. That's changed. I mean, even last year, that's changed, because what they brought in, what's my dude name? Who we didn't keep off the practice squad?
Oh, wait, really didn't keep off the practice squad?
Latavius Murray. He came in, he did his thing, 100 yards in one game, and then let him go to the Broncos or whatever.
Just stupid, bro. Just dumb.
Whatever, man. But now they got they got a stable now. They got a stable. They got got Miller. You got Williams. Should be fine, bro. Should be fine. If it
really should be, man.
And not even that. They should have a passing game this year. They should have a passing game. So even if it's something, and then you can throw in Taysom Hill as far as the run game. He's 6 yards per carry. He can do his thing in the run game. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all as far as the run game. But if we can get a 2-game suspension out that, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. Just so we could have the whole team there ready to go.
Yes.
And just put it behind us.
Absolutely.
And I just hope I hope that was just a blip on the radar for him, bro. Because, he ain't never really been a bad dude, never really gotten in a lot of trouble. You could tell it was just, it's Las Vegas, bro. Las Vegas with your boys, turned up, you know what I'm saying? And, it just went bad for him. So I hope he just kind of learned from it. Just be smart how you roll. No reason to put your hands on anybody that unless you defending yourself. And don't get yourself caught up like that. So I just hope he just learned from it and carry himself right going forward.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%. Anything else? I mean, again, we're in a quiet part. I have a little idea. I have a little idea, and this idea was brought up and kind of came to us by the way of our guy Bajan in the Discord. But before I go with that idea, anything else? Shit happening, bro. Ain't shit happening in football, right?
Bro, Quinn Williams got paid.
Cool.
Is that new show Quarterback on Netflix? I'm probably not going to watch.
Oh, I'll probably watch it. We'll probably check it out.
Maybe I'll watch one episode.
Here's the thing, man. That's one thing that is fascinating to me is, we get as fans our quote unquote access to things like that, especially for quarterbacks, is very, very obstructed. So I feel like this is like a real opportunity.
No
and I like how they go ahead.
No question. And plus, just NFL films, anything they produce is just awesome. Bro.
Fire, bro.
I always say, man, why does the NBA not have like an NBA films? You know what I'm saying? It just gets all this crazy footage and mic'd up stuff and all the history and all that. Because the NFL just got so much stuff, man, that they could put out. It's produced so well and it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably am gonna watch, man.
And it's also like the fact that it's not just one quarterback. They pick 3 who kind of are in different places career wise.
Yeah,
I think it's Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and am I forgetting somebody?
Someone else.
Mariota. Right, man. I want to hear Mariota be on the phone talking to Arthur Smith. Yeah, bro. Like my girl just had a baby, and I'm the backup. I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Good, bro.
Bye, nigga. Turn up, Mariota. Tell him.
Saints didn't get picked for Hard Knocks.
Oh, that's yes. Thank goodness. One. Again, I'm just gonna be honest. One, I didn't have the time or the energy to do.
Got to do the Hard Knocks recap too. God damn.
But if DA don't win this season, these niggas suck again. got to gear up for next year, bro.
That list getting short, bro.
Got to be ready for it. But just a quick. This is not going to be a very super long episode. I mean, the main reason why we're even having this episode was to announce our rebrand to the Saints Block Party podcast. But Bijan brought up a good topic of talking about the top 5. I don't know if we'll do 5, right? And I don't even have a list. I just talking about past Saints killers. And I'll ask you this. I'm just going to ask you this. I don't want top 5. Who is your number 1 Saints killer? Like from the day of your fandom. Because for me, it's different because our fandoms start at different points, right? From the day of your fandom, not a team. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be probably like an current NFC South team. It could be a prior NFC West team, what have you. Your number 1 Saints killer that you can just, every time you just like, fuck. Give it to me.
Number 1?
Number 1, bro. Just 1. Got my little Doctor Strange finger 1 up.
You know, most people go Steve Smith. Because he was the ultimate Saints killer. But you know, when I think back, bro, like them Cam Newton games, bro. Like Cam Newton used to put it on us, bro. He used to put it on us. I don't know what the record is against them because we won a couple, and I know they won a lot. But it was even the games we won. It was hard to deal with.
Bruh. Butthole clinched, Ryan. Clinched. Even that playoff game. And when Cam got concussed and Ron Rivera was like, put some dirt on a nigga, like go out there, boy. Man was still going off.
So my recency bias wants to say Cam Newton. Jerry Rice used to kill the Saints. He killed everybody.
Right.
Like I said, Steve Smith. You know, some low key ones.
Ooh, okay. Let me hear a low key one.
Michael Turner for the Falcons used to go.
Falcons. Oh my God, yes.
Devontae Freeman. Kyle Shanahan that one damn season. God damn, he just tore the Saints up. Who else I got?
You might not want to say that out loud. DA might like clip that and use that. See, you heard? That's the same Kyle Shanahan that offense couldn't score against my defense last season. Mickey.
What's my dude that played for the 49ers? Ahmad Brooks?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, bro, that is a great one, bro.
I always wanted to see him and ask him, like, did we do something to you personally?
When he would sack Breeze, he would try to end Drew Brees' life.
Annihilate Breeze, bro. I just remember so many games, like because he wouldn't do much during the season. Like, you know, he was a fine player or whatever, but he would play the Saints and just go, and who's the linebacker for the Panthers? The one that had 8 ACLs and
you know Thomas Davis, bro. Don't play.
I was looking back at some old tweet. His wife blocked me.
Because you call that man T1000, bro.
I'm just so sick of that dude, man.
Bro, it was sick. Oh my God. This man had no cartilage in his knees. It was like pick six and didn't make no sense, right?
Didn't make no sense, man. No sense. We got a lot of Saints killers, bro.
Yeah, there is. Oh man, you said a lot of good ones. Like I'm trying to think like anything I could add to it. Like Kirk Cousins, like he's not a killer, but like he's a sneaky one, bro.
Like I never go into a Kirk Cousins game feeling good. I put it like that.
Ever. So Kirk Cousins is sneakily on that list. The Ahmad Brooks one is great. That's a great one. And because you and I have talked about this, like it's been a while since he's been come up, but we used to talk about it a lot in the past. Just like, what do we do? Like, can we talk? Like Every time, bro. It didn't matter. That's funny. One of the funny debates that still goes on in this household is and this is not, and I am saying this completely, I am removing all objectivity out of this. All of it. The clothesline hit he did on Drew was roughing the passer. And Jay will scream up and down that Drew got hit on his chest pad and it just looked worse and it was not roughing the passer. Absolutely not. This debate has been going on for years, Ryan. And neither of us are going to concede on it. 100% roughing the passer. And that game was it was so big for us because the 49ers had beaten us so many fucking times, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So that was the first was where we fuck, we finally beat them. I remember there was a stretch where the fucking Chicago Bears, bro, just kryptonite. Lance Briggs, Brian Urlacher, just
kryptonite, bro.
Kryptonite. Look, just got a text message. Was not roughing. Get the fuck out of here. Text message. The debate goes on. That Chicago Bears defense was, this is not like killers, but was just a thorn in our side. The Baltimore Ravens, just every fucking time. The Bart Scott putting hot sauce on Reggie Bush's injured ankle, bro. There was this is not a Saints thing. This is kind of more so like the Sean Payton era Saints things. But for the longest time, cover 2 and 3-4s would eat Sean Payton's offenses alive, bro.
Man, that 3-4 defense was a problem, boy.
Problem, bro.
To the point we all wanted 3-4. Why can't we have a 3-4 defense?
Yeah, I remember it, bro. You taking me back, bro. Just on Saints Report, just typing away, bro. Upside.
3-4 defense with the over-under.
This is just random and off the wall. We'll wrap up soon, and we'll talk about obviously when training camp starts or what have you. We'll get more into it. But I wanted to ask you this: how do you feel about this upcoming season? How are you feeling about it?
Man, it's hard because I feel good about it, which makes me pause. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about the season. I don't like feeling good about a season, you know?
If that is not signs of an abuse,
it's abuse.
Abuse, bro. Abuse.
It's abuse, dog. That's just a shame. I don't want to feel good about it. I'm
No, I just don't deserve it. I don't deserve this. I know something.
It's I know something's gonna go bad. I'm not wishing it.
Right.
I just know it. I just gotta prepare myself, man. I gotta prepare myself. Even though we emotionally just attached, none of that no more.
Yeah.
But it's just I really desperately want this to be a fun season.
Yes, man.
I'm not worrying about the Super Bowl and all that. I just want it to be a fun season for the Zooms, for the tweets, the podcast, everything. I just wanted to be a good, fun season where we win more than we lose, and we have some, fire games, some exciting games. That's all I want, bro. That's it.
Just have a couple of moments and where the games, there's a moment that happens and we're all watching it together and we all react and just go crazy on the Zoom, and we can put that on social media. And keep in mind, I don't want these reactions. I'm not wanting these reactions to go viral, but it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch that week 1 Zoom, bro, we were so happy, right? One of the funniest, and we'll wrap up by just throwing some moments out there of our community that have just stuck with us. If you just go back and watch Joey's reaction to Mark Ingram's fumble, bro. Every
fucking time. what's funny about Joey? Like during Saints games, he just does this. Oh, when AK gets stuffed at times. I was just being on the Zoom cracking up, man. It's just like,
There's that. During the I gotta find. I know I have the video somewhere. I have the video. That preseason game. I don't know if it was the you and Bree were somewhere, so you couldn't watch the game. Was it the Chargers game or was it? It may have been another game.
I saw the Chargers, yeah.
So maybe it was the last. I don't know which game it was, but you and Bree were somewhere, and when you came in, and G had to like retell the story about the Alex's cousin's ex-husband in the VR room upstairs, bruh. Man, I won't do it without G and Alex's permission because that's a little personal. But like, I want to just find the video, just cut up, just that section, bro. Just post it, bro. Man, it was just upstairs, just tearing it up, bro. Just tearing it up.
It's too bad. I miss, my dude's silver hair.
Oh yeah, ass. We just have so much to look forward to this upcoming season. We have, there's the, we have the Apple Watch Bandit story with our dude Charles Dunn. It's just
I'm telling that story to everybody, man.
Everyone, bro. And it's like, and then his phone fucking falls from the roof in slow motion and hits at the ground. It makes a loud fucking noise. Every time I think I envision it, the thing that I think about is like when like the cops like turn to him and put the guns pointed at him, and Charles got his arms up. The only thing I think about is Tommy Lee Jones, bro, saying "I don't care," but like
I don't care.
I don't care. With his hands and it's not funny, but like just that is the absolute whitest fucking story I think I've ever heard in my life, bro. It's like oh shit, there's like 15, 20 cops around, or they call them constables, and I don't know, bro. I gotta get world cultured. But like the first thought that you and I would have would be like, you know what? Let me get closer. Let me get closer to this and really see what's going on. Man, no, Charles went to the roof, bro. Went to the roof, like Batman, just overlooking Gotham. He's like, oh shit, there's a dead body in his phone. Oh man, just we love y'all truly.
Love y'all.
Tiff, you listening? We gonna, when you come to New Orleans, girl, you have the Saints block party commitment. We gonna get you a black man. We gonna find a good black man for you. Let me be mindful and say this. We are not promising a long-term relationship. It may just be you might be with a nice gentleman just for the weekend. It may work out the rest of your life, but you will have a black man when we meet up. We got you covered, because you know what? We know what you like, and we make sure our listeners get what they want. You know who just like hit pause and threw their phone across the room right now? Fucking Luke.
So, God damn it. All this damn race mixing.
Bro, JB on me like how, like she's like, are you how do y'all know he's okay with, like, you sure he's not offended by it? And I was like, no, like, he's fine. Like, and she it just doesn't make sense to her. Like, it doesn't make sense to her, like, why we found it so fun. Like, but it's like, it's just, but it is the, like, I can't explain it. Like, and Luke, I want to give you praise and shout out for being a good sport, man. It just kind of rolling with the punches, and it just created its own thing. And the funny shit about it is that now everyone makes those jokes about Luke, bro. Everyone in Discord be like, just for one little thing I said on this fucking podcast. So we will close. We will be back. Oh man. Oh fuck, I'm gonna be on vacation. We might try to. We'll try to do like maybe a quick episode on Monday or Tuesday. We probably should because we have something else to announce and talk about next week if everything goes well. So we'll put out something next Monday or Tuesday and announce something. And after that, like don't expect any podcast, anything for us. I will be on a beach in Hawaii, taking pictures in the ocean, living, bro, living with me. My daughter, my family, just enjoying my vacation. But soon as I get back, following week, it's in there. So
we gonna get answers to those questions. If you haven't listened to the last podcast episode,
yep,
go listen to that. Got our questions that we have going into training camp. We gonna get answers really soon.
Answers, bro. Answers soon. Thank y'all again. Thank you. Like, if y'all were not as loving, giving, generous, just amazing people as you are, whether you're a Patreon or not, just the fact that you are a listener, you listen, whether you listen to the entire episode, you listen to half an episode, you still are supporting us even by listening. So with y'all's dedication as listeners and as fans, it allowed us to be like, you know what, we can rebrand, like, and we don't have to have this, hashtag Saints Twitter thing attached to us, because that's what we kind of latched on to, right? Like, Saints Twitter was and will continue to be just a very specific subsection of social media that just, you can't describe it unless you're in it, right? You can't, man. There's just no way you can describe it unless you're in it. And so we wanted to kind of, we say like we can be that voice, right? Like, we know what Saints Twitter is about because we're we're a part of it, and we started a podcast about Saints Twitter. But I think we've grown from that Saints Twitter brand, but more than anything, we are more in line and more focused on building our own brand that isn't attached to a social media. Also, it really helps that, Twitter is now owned by Elon Musk, and he's just shitting and what. So Elon actually made it a lot easier for us to be able to do this.
He lit the fire on this. It was like, okay.
Oh, absolutely. But without
plus, y'all, I think it was my aunt. I posted the podcast somewhere, and she was like, "I want to listen, but I don't have Twitter."
Right.
It don't work like that. So we don't have to explain that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's
just push play and listen.
That's it.
Thank y'all. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started. If you haven't become a Patreon and you've kind of been on the fence and you just like, this is the time to do it. Like Ryan said, it could just even be $1 a month. You're in there. But even if you're not a Patreon, if you're not in the Discord, if you're just a listener and you have been a dedicated listener, a loyal listener over these 3 years, 3 months, I believe is what it is. Thank you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. This is it's amazing. It feels good for us. It's exciting, a little scary, but not really. Like, because we got this. We got this. That's not something I worry about at all. But thank y'all. We will be back as always next week. Put out a little short episode. I'll have another announcement on deck. That's the full. That's when it's in the guts. Now it's just right. It's just a tip. But we'll be back. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. With that, we're out.
Peace.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on your Memorial Day barbecue, all in the Kroger app. Get pints of juicy Georgia-grown blueberries for $1.99 each with a digital coupon. Then get select varieties of flavorful Powerade, Body Armor Super Drink, or Arizona tea for 77 cents each, all with your card. Shop these deals at your local Kroger, less than 5 miles away. Or tap the screen now to download the Kroger app to save big today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Prices and product availability subject to change. Restrictions apply. See site for details.